Reports have surfaced the CIA is backing the Syrian rebels' drive against the regime. What kind of assistance is the U.S. said to be providing?
Look, even fishermen in Fiji knew about the CIA on the ground. This is absurd. This intelligence finding signed by Obama, that's the name, the code for a secret order. This was signed early this year, 6 months ago. So the fact that Reuters has only been allowed now to report about it proves that, there was high deliberations in Washington. Okay, should we let people know about what they already know? In fact, the Washington Post 2 weeks ago had already reported about that. And in fact, when the CIA wants to leak something in the US, they usually go to the Washington Post.
And is this
about the CIA and the Mossad on the ground, working side by side with the Qataris, the Turks, the Saudi Arabians, and of course the swarm of jihadis coming from everywhere, but especially across the border from Iraq. Everybody knew about this for months. So the picture that Washington wants to project that they are leading from behind, no, they are leading in the front lines alongside Al Qaeda style jihadis, Qatari intelligence, Turkish logistics. They are offering logistics for all these operations. And what they are betting on, that's the most important thing. They are betting on a weakened Syrian government in Damascus, sectarian war all over the place. If you just watch RT reports, this is the first impression. The sectarian war is now all over. Please go ahead.
Escobar, yes. Do you think it's legal and in accordance with international law, or is it the tactic of waging proxy war, the one the U.S. has been using frequently, recently, for many years? Yes.
Yeah, but look, there's no semblance of international law since what was decided in Libya last year. In fact, the maneuvering and the wording of UN Resolution 1973 authorizing war against Libya, a no-fly zone, was actually war against Libya last year. That's the end of international law as we know it. Nation states don't matter anymore. We already knew that in terms of financial capitalism. Now we have learned that in terms of international law protection nation states on a geopolitical level, this is gone. This is over. Now, if you are a neo-colonial power, like Britain and France, or an empire like the US, you can trample on nations' sovereignty anywhere, in anyhow, any place. And this is exactly what's happening. And that's why Russia has been opposed to it from the start, because Moscow sees that as the end of the sovereignty of the nation states.
A video has surfaced recently which shows an alleged execution of Assad supporters by Syrian rebels. It's hard to verify the footage, but how often do you think have such incidents been happening in the conflict, and why do we receive reports about it so rarely?
All the time. And in fact, I received this video as well from a source in Arabic. Then I asked for a translation. This, it was the Berry clan in Aleppo. This is a very important clan in northern Aleppo. And some of them, they were executed in cold blood. This is what this 2.5 minute video shows, in fact. This is an extended clan. They have like 20,000 brothers, sisters, an extended family clan tribe, So this means that all these people, instead of being recruited to the opposition, now they will be fighting the opposition because they are being executed in cold blood. And this explains, among other things, why Christians all over Syria now are taking up arms to defend themselves, because they know if there is a post-Assad controlled by Sunni hardcore elements, including Salafi jihadis, this is what's going to happen. They're going to be unprotected minorities. And at the moment, they are protected minorities under the Assad government. And the Kurds, they were very clever. They broke a deal with the Assad government. They are not going to interfere in the war in northeast Syria, Kurdish territory. Now they are neutral. So this means that they knew if they sided with the opposition, later on they would get a very rough deal. And if they went against Assad and Assad would prevail, they will also get a raw deal. So Now they are more or less intact in their area and they are protected. But most of them live in the northeast of Syria, which is very remote. The problem is mixed populations like Aleppo, big center, 2.5 million people, Christians, Alawites, Sunnis, even some Kurds, they all live together. And now the Battle of Aleppo, how is it, the way it is developed, it could become an extended Lebanon in the 70s. It's the Lebanonization of whole tracts of northern Syria, in fact. And this, by the way, is the Israeli strategy. Israel wants Lebanonized and Somalized, like the new Somalia in Libya, a very weak country with sectarian strife all over the place, with an overextended army, and of course innocuous against Israel. So this means opening the way for an Israeli attack against Iran within the next few months, or perhaps 2013.
All right, Pepe Escobar, correspondent for Asia Times Online. Pepe, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.